Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show in my last video for tonight. I'm going to talk about Kenny Minchey transferring to Kentucky, and go over the rest of the college football news from the transfer portal today. So let's get just right into it, because I want to just get straight to the point. Kentucky, they made a stealthy portal move today. They flipped former Notre Dame QB Kenny Minchey from Nebraska. He went to the transfer portal, committed to Nebraska, but now he's going to Kentucky. So the first big portal flip is Kenny Minchey flipped his commitment from Nebraska to Kentucky. I'm not going to say magically because I really don't know much about him, but I've read some stuff before I come on here. He almost beat out C.J. Carr for the starting job. I'm not sure how to think about it, because he only has like 26 passes, but this is kind of a question, and he'll have to prove it. I think most of that seems to be because he almost beat out Carr for the starting job last season. Carr ended up being really good. That said, it's hard to say for sure until he actually starts game. I hope he does really good. Like, he hasn't been a starter, but he's only been on Notre Dame, so I know you say Cutter was better, but I don't know, man. I'll just have to see with them. That's really their big portal flip so far. They got Kenny Minchey. Look, Sam Levitt was always Kentucky's top choice, and they wanted him. But Minchey was next, and Stein loves him. As one source, Matt Jones told me the cast didn't feel they could wait any more days, which I don't blame him. After he didn't commit with his visit, kind of figured he probably might not be coming here. They didn't feel they could wait anymore. He said, "We love the guy. He's a top 10 QB in the portal and can sling it." So he was a 4-star transfer from Notre Dame. He's 6'2", 208, was a top 215 QB, top 15 recruit. So commitment from Nebraska and Kentucky less than 2 days after committing to the Cornhuskers. I mean, look, I wanted Sam Levitt, but if Brandon Sorsby was getting $5 million, Sam Levitt might have been getting like $10 million. I don't know, man. I just don't think it's worth $10 million. Because you got to fill the rest of your roster out. You got to get some receivers. You got to get running backs. You get another quarterback maybe. Maybe they'll get another one. Who knows? I know a lot of fans wanted Levin, rightfully so. I wanted him. But I'm not upset at all if this is the addition. If Stein sees something in him, then I'm all in. Because, look, he helped Dylan Gabriel look good in college. He helped Bo Nix. Now Dante Moore. He's got a track record with quarterbacks. So I'm in. If Stein sees something, then I'm in. But I think one of my friends is a Notre Dame fan, so he has like horrible pocket presence or something. I don't know. I haven't seen him play. But first QB of Will Stein's future. He's a former ESPN 300 recruit. Brings 2 years of eligibility. Look, I was hoping for Levitt. Did they really miss if he's wanting $10 million? Sounds like he just wants the money and didn't want to come here. If they just want the money, then that's on them. Kenny Minchey appears to be a talented quarterback that hasn't fully got opportunity yet. I get more and more excited the more I research him, love the pickup. I trust Will Stein who he wants to lead his offense. I'll trust Will Stein who he wants to lead his offense. If he sees something, then I'll be interested until I see the next season of or just really how this team shapes out to be. But yeah, that was the news today. A former 4-star recruit from Hendersonville, Tennessee, almost beat. Really, the main hype is him almost beating out C.J. Carr for the starting job at Notre Dame. He committed to Nebraska. What was it, the day before or something? But yeah, hopefully they can pick up some other offensive pieces in the coming days as well. But that was the big news. There was log predictions for Kentucky to flip him from Nebraska, and they did. So that's the latest news with Kentucky. They flipped Kenny Minchey. But he's definitely mobile, from what I've heard. But we'll see how he does. But now let's move on. Yeah, but that's really my thoughts here. There's not really too much other to add than what I said. Just hopefully he's good for him. But let's get the rest of the college football news from tonight. So, we'll start with Hayes Fawcett. So, Missouri true freshman transfer edge Javion Hilson. He is committed to Virginia Tech. He'll have 4 years of eligibility, 6'5", 250-pound edge rusher. He was ranked as a top 55 recruit in the 2025 class. From on 3, Pete Nakos confirmed Ole Miss star running back K'Wan Lacey has signed a deal to return in 2026. Signed a deal in college sports. Tulane standout transfer defensive lineman Santana Hooper is committed to Colorado. He totaled 100 tackles, 25.5 TFLs, 13 sacks in the last 3 seasons. He's ranked as number 2 defensive lineman in the on-3 portal rankings. Auburn starting transfer linebacker Robert Woodyard Jr. is committed to Missouri. Totaled 67 tackles, 7 TFLs and 2 sacks this season, 433 snaps. First team All-SEC. So great move right there. For Missouri to add a linebacker. Colorado transfer defensive lineman Brandon Davis Swain is committed to A&M. Season he totaled 15 tackles, 1.5 sacks, with 3 years of eligibility left. Auburn transfer receiver Perry Thompson is committed to Minnesota. He was a top 50 recruit in the 2024 class. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left. Rutgers transfer receiver has signed with Cal. On 3 Sports has learned. NC State standout transfer running back Hollywood Smothers has committed to Alabama this season. He totaled 1,128 yards and 7 touchdowns. San Diego State transfer linebacker Owen Chambliss is committed to Nebraska. 109 tackles, 4 sacks, 5 pass deflections, and 1 INT this season. Florida transfer defensive lineman Micah Borio is committed to Ole Miss. Old Dominion transfer receiver Trey Brown is committed to LSU. He totaled 38 catches for 762 yards and 4 touchdowns. He'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining. South Carolina transfer offensive lineman Trayvon Ball is committed to Texas A&M. He's a former freshman All-SEC selection. USF starting transfer Fred Gaskin has committed to Auburn. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left. He earned all AAC conference honors. James Madison standout transfer edge Aiden Gobara has committed to UCLA. Totaled 38 tackles and 4 sacks this season. Just going through here. JMU all-conference transfer offensive lineman Riley Robel is committed to UCLA. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left. Miami transfer Brock Schott has committed to Indiana. He tails on 3. 6'3", 245 tight end will have 4 years of eligibility remaining. Oregon transfer corner Dakota Fields is committed to Oklahoma. He'll have 3 years eligibility. I think that's all from Hayes Foss. I'll see if there's anything here from on 3 Sports. I'll talk about K'Wan Lacey. One team has removed itself from the Cam Coleman sweepstakes. He ranks as the number 1 player in the transfer portal. So one team's removed itself. I don't know who it is. Pete Nakos has logged an expert prediction for Florida State to land Auburn transfer quarterback Ashton Daniels. Oh, I'm sure Trey Weister will be excited about this, man. We already talked about Kenny Minchey, Notre Dame transfers, completed his commitment from Nebraska and Kentucky. Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwear will return to Michigan next season. Pete Nakos has also logged another prediction from Missouri to land QB Austin Simmons. He entered the transfer portal Monday night with a do not contact tag, which pretty much means you know where you're going. So it looks like he's probably going to go to Missouri. An SEC school is emerging as a top contender for Auburn transfer quarterback Deuce Knight, which I think it was Ole Miss, if I'm not mistaken, in case they don't get that waiver for Trinidad Chambliss. Indiana and Alabama's Rose Bowl averaged 23.9 million viewers. I also talked about Deuce Knight entered the transfer portal. That's really all from on 3 Sports. So let's see what you got from the official transfer portal account. Sure, we have more names in here. Clemson offensive lineman Rowan Byrne has entered the transfer portal. He'll have 4 years of eligibility remaining. Nebraska and Matt Rhule are lining up multiple transfer portal QB visits after losing Notre Dame transfer quarterback Kenny Minchey. I think there was an update on Sam Levis as LSU hosts the number 1 transfer portal prospect. Southern Miss star linebacker Chris Jones is committed to Ole Miss. He tails on 3's Pete Nakos. He totaled 133 tackles and 3.5 sacks this season. So they're adding a linebacker. Kentucky starting DB Quaysheed Scott is into the transfer portal. 39 tackles, 2 pass deflections this season. Oh no, anyways. William and Mary quarterback Tyler Hughes is committed to Wyoming. He threw for 2,330 yards with 20 touchdowns, only 3 INTs in 2025, rushed for 670 yards and 11 touchdowns. Texas A&M transfer corner Kobe Sellers has committed to Vanderbilt. I was hoping he'd be a Wildcat, but unfortunately he's a Vanderbilt Commodore. Oregon State edge Kyle Wallen has signed with San Diego State. Texas A&M is trending for a top defensive transfer portal prospect. I assume that was Kobe Sellers. Georgia and Kirby Smart set to host an elite offensive portal target. Memphis transferring back Sutton Smith is committed to Arkansas. Florida transfer linebacker Grayson Pup Howard has signed with the USF. Michigan running back Bryson Kudzal has entered the NCAA transfer portal. App State transfer QB A.J. Swan has signed with Mississippi State. Miami transfer defensive lineman Dalen Russell is committed to Louisville. Baylor transfer defensive lineman D.K. Kalu has committed to Florida. Colorado transfer defensive lineman James Otis has committed to Ole Miss. Michigan State transfer tight end Michael Mansunas has committed to Texas. Alabama A&M defensive tackle Xavier Booker is entering the transfer portal. Virginia Tech transfer linebacker Michael Short has signed with TCU. So much. Javian Robinson, Arizona State corner, has signed with Wisconsin. Miami transfer, and we already talked about that. On 3's Eswell Fong is the latest on Houston Longstreet, USC quarterback. His older brother heads to the transfer portal. We've had conversations. Oregon transfer, Jaleel Florence committed to Missouri. Thinking we've went over everything. All the transfer portal news today, I believe we went over it. So, another day of college football news. So, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace. Have a good night.